What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Halo commentary. I'm your host and favorite mobster, Matt, and today we're going to be talking about some game features that 343 Industries can implement in order to improve Halo Infinite's player retention. Now, what does that phrase mean, player retention? It's essentially referring to the degree to which players can keep playing your game, come back to it after a break, or how long they actually stay engaged with it once they reinstall it, once they boot it up. Now, whether we like it or not, there's not a lot of really satisfying things to grind within Halo Infinite. Comparatively speaking to the rest of the games that are Halo's direct competition on the market, from Call of Duty and Destiny and Apex Legends and Overwatch, those games have so many progression systems or just gameplay features in general that give you a sense of reward that you aspire to sort of complete. Halo has started that, in a sense. They've really improved the quality of their battle passes, and Lord knows I love the career ranks. The fact that the Mark 6 Master Chief Armor Core is the hero rank reward, you guys saw my Season 5 trailer reaction. I was in the clouds with how happy I was. Absolutely love that. But that's just the beginning. This game has so much potential. I have brainstormed with you guys over the last few weeks, and we've come up with some really cool ideas, so much so that I'm making this a two-part series. There are going to be two commentaries covering this specific topic because I think this is incredibly important for the future of Halo, but I've got to admit, man, I've been genuinely very impressed by some of the ideas that you guys in the mob community have come up with, and I want to break down each and every one of them because it's worth discussing. Your opinion of Halo matters, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let the keyboard warriors of the internet ruin another great franchise. We've got new leadership at 343 Industries, and if the recent updates are any indication as to the direction that the franchise is going, I think they're actually going to be willing to listen. I'm here for it, so let's talk about it and get this thing started. Before I do, though, be sure to click that thumbs up button, subscribe, turn that notification bell on, and like I said, man, please drop a comment below or get active on social media. Let's help Halo be the best game it can possibly be. Now, the focus of this part 1 video is going to center around progression systems. This is a topic that you've heard me mention in the past, but I think over the last few weeks, we definitely have polished sort of the functionality of how each one of these would work, and it's my hopes that by discussing them in detail with you guys, it'll help all of us get a better depiction of how enjoyable they would really be. So, I'm going to briefly name each system itself, and then describe how each one of them would operate. Okay, so here we go. Number 1 is Weapon Mastery. This would essentially be a kill count for each of the UNSC weapons in the game, and I specifically say UNSC weapons because I want this to be easy to implement for 343 Industries. There's already a weapons bench in the game. When you click on your customization portion of your menu, you can go to your weapons bench, slap on cool weapon skins, emblems, charms, you name it. What if above each weapon in the weapons bench, there was a level or a rank for that gun, and you leveled up that rank by continuously getting kills? It could be milestone based, so it's 50 kills, 100, 250, 1,000, even up to 10,000 kills if you really want to get grindy with it, in order to master it. Once you've mastered that gun, you can move on to another one. It incentivizes people to use the entire sandbox, and you could even reward players with something for mastering the entire UNSC weapons kit, all of the weapons within your weapons bench. I just think that would be really fun to grind, especially within Fiesta matches. Number 2 would be playlist proficiency. This would be a progress meter based off of the number of wins you get within a given playlist, right? You're being proficient within that playlist. So again, at milestone sort of markers, whether it be 10 wins, 50 wins, or 100 wins for any given game type, reward players through cosmetic items for being proficient within that playlist. Give you an example. If you secure 100 wins within Big Team Battle, to represent Big Team Battle, how cool would it be if you got vehicle skins for that? If it was Fiesta mode and you racked up 100 wins within Fiesta mode, you get a Grunt birthday party emblem. Number 3, and this one is a bit more of a social feature, but nonetheless a progression system in and of itself, would be Comrade classifications. A level system based on how often you play with a specific individual inside your fire team. We see these social features in other games within the shooter genre. I know Gears of War 5 specifically has it, but you could reward people, whether it be an emblem or some type of symbol that represents your comrade classification or level with that given individual within the post-game results screen, or potentially just when you pull up the fire team portion of your menu. One of the benefits of which could be additional XP, like bonus percentages. By playing with that individual, you earn bonus XP, right? That's a pretty standard one. But nonetheless, it would just be a lot of fun to level those things up with your friends and then get that bonus XP as a squad because you're playing with your homies a lot. Number 4 would be Armor Core grades. Why not reward people for playing a specific amount of matches with each individual Armor Core? It would be milestone based again. 10 matches, 50 matches, 100 matches, 250 matches playing with that specific Armor Core. And once you've reached max grade, you get, how's about, an armor coating. A specific armor coating that shows off you have played with that Armor Core a ton, and you love it, right? Now, number 5 is personally my favorite one just because of how much the Forge community has actually done for the Halo player base, but not only that, just helping out the developers and maintaining a level of excitement and hype for the franchise. What about Forge Degrees? This would be a progression system that keeps track or tallies up the number of plays or bookmarks any given Forger has received on any of their creations. If a Forger goes out there and he makes a dope map or a really cool game type and it's getting a ton of bookmarks, if there's a progression system that, again, at different milestones or sort of achievement points, right, 10 bookmarks, 50 bookmarks, 100 bookmarks, the more bookmarks he gets, he levels up his Forge degree, and he can put that degree on display in his profile or through an emblem, something along those lines, because there's something prestigious, there's something, I don't know, intellectual about being an incredibly talented forger. It's an art in and of itself, and I think it would just be really cool to incentivize players to dive into that level of creativity for themselves and really just reward the most talented individuals within the community. Now, the last topic to sort of round out this video is in reference to something we discussed at the start of this video. Remember how I mentioned the Mark 6 Master Chief Armor Core that you get for reaching hero rank? Hear me out. What if 343 implements some type of prestige system called redeployments, where when you redeploy, you reset your career rank? Now here's the catch. Every single time you redeploy, that Mark 6 Master Chief Armor Core that we discussed earlier becomes more weathered and more damaged every time you redeploy. Picture this. The first time you redeploy and reset that career rank, you have a little bit more grungier look to Master Chief's armor, maybe a couple bullet holes or something along those lines, right? The second time you redeploy, you now have needler shards or shrapnel stuck in your chest plate. The third time you redeploy, you have plasma burns, right, from Covenant weaponry. The fourth time you redeploy, there's this giant crack or shatter across Master Chief's visor. You see what I'm saying? It's completely indicative of the veteran player that is actually achieving those redeployments and constantly grinding the game. He is a weathered player. He's faced a lot of combat within the game. He's a veteran at the game, and thus you show it. You actually showcase that on your armor. If that's not true player expression, then I don't know what is. Hey man, thank you for hanging out, guys, and just considering any of the things that we talked about in this video. Dude, let me remind you, these aren't just all my ideas. So many of the things that we're talking about here or in part 2 of this series come directly from you guys in the mob community. So whether it's in the comments here on YouTube or just dropping a comment in the chat over on Twitch, I appreciate having you guys around and really just voicing your opinions. I'll see everybody in part 2 of this series, where we're going to discuss some really interesting concepts. Everything from more substantive challenges, interesting ways to give feedback to 343 Industries, and even a game type or playlist that I think is going to be really appealing to the more casual players and potentially even boost player count for Halo Infinite by a lot. Stick around because it's going to get interesting, man. I'll see you guys then. Keep slaying it on the sticks. And if you're on PC, baby, keep slaying it on the clicks. I'll see y'all on the next one. Mobster, out.